Hey, Aquarius, intuitive soul coach here with your December 2023 love and family reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. These are general readings. Please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right, Aquarius, welcome. It looks like home matters is on the forefront for you this month. You have the cabin card showing up as your overall energy. So there could be a lot of shifts in your home life, in a family setting. There could be move, there could be family visiting. If you are celebrating the holiday season, as we do here in the United States, I feel like this could be a situation that is being divinely guided at this time, because you also have the feather card, and this is showing up in your recent past. So I feel like you've been asking, you've been praying, you've been wanting some sort of resolution to maybe conflict or a challenging situation, because sometimes December can be a little bit of a challenging month, especially if you've lost a parent or if you've lost a loved one. I get here that there's going to be steady growth in your near future position. You do have the forest, and this is about being able to see the light at the end of the tunnel. So if it's been a difficult year, if it's been a difficult few months or few weeks, I do feel like there's growth here, and there is shifts and change coming in for you regarding your home space and home environment. Now, what you don't see coming, at the bottom of the deck, you actually have the birdhouse. This is about safety and security. So for some of you Aquarians, you may be creating a safe space for you, for people around you in your home. You could be rebuilding, remodeling, organizing, decorating. I feel like this month is all about the home. Some of you may even work from home. You could be purchasing new home furniture. I feel like you're going through items as well. So it could be out with the old, in with the new. And right behind it, you have knotted rope, which is about lasting commitment. So this may be a commitment that you've been in for quite some time, or you're ushering out old energy to make way for new commitments that are going to withstand the test of time here. And that has to do with your safety and security. Now, starting off, your main energy is the Page of Wands. So this is about, fantasy. It can be about reality, but when the Page of Wands shows up, this is about you staying curious. This is about you opening yourself up to things that you're passionate about, things that you are happy about and bring you excitement. I get that this could be someone around you, may have really been into Christmas angels, Santa Clauses, or just decorating for the holidays, okay? And for others of you, you may be shifting your reality of what is an ideal expectation versus what may have been an illusion, okay? I feel like you are getting yourself out of something that you thought or had hoped it would be your happily ever after or your failed fairy tale ending. This is about you shifting up, and there's energy exchanges happening for you this month. I also get that some of you could be revisiting a childhood home. You could have some inner child wounding come up for you this month. This could also pertain to children around you, whether this is your own, whether it's grandchildren, nieces, nephews. I also get someone could be safe-proofing a home for someone. Okay, maybe someone is introducing a new child to the family. This could be baby's first Christmas is what I'm hearing here as well. So there's a lot happening for you around the home life, because you can see in the background there is a castle, and it's almost like she's slaying the dragons. And I feel like that's your energy this month, where you want to slay some dragons. You want to get past something where you feel a little bit imprisoned or stuck in, but you're trying to... Some of you may even be trying to put on a happy face for others, or maybe you are wanting a good space, a good healthy environment for your family this month, even though you may be going through some personal transformations yourself, because we do have the Empress that is crossing your energy this month. When the Empress is crossing your energy, this means it's important for you to take care of yourself as well, because sometimes when this Empress shows up in reverse, we can take on other people's stuff and we can be a people pleaser, and that mothering energy can come in quite strong, where it's important for us to fill our own cups this month as well, instead of giving and giving and giving and not necessarily receiving anything in return. Some of you, this does have to do with mother and child. It doesn't matter if you're 90 years old or if you are, 21 years old. I feel like there's some mother healing, some dynamics around a mother or someone like a mother in your life that could be stressing you out or challenging you at times. This could be a mother-in-law as well, or maybe it's you at times feeling a little bit of struggle with your own family, of people who may be a little bit immature. I'm getting that some of you may be in the presence of someone who does have some either addictions or some mental health struggles and challenges. But this Empress energy is about you filling your cup so that you have enough, but also knowing when to say no, and understanding no is a complete sentence. Because some of you may just put yourself out there and then you feel depleted and drained because someone may be taking advantage of your energy, or you don't want to stir the pot, or you're accepting that someone is how they are, but at the same time it's not okay to let someone talk to you the way that they do. Because sometimes when this Empress shows up as a challenge, she can neglect her duties as maybe a responsible wife or husband or parent, or whatever it may be. And not saying that there's these duties that you have to partake in, but I feel like someone didn't necessarily give you, or maybe it's about you honoring and giving some sort of emotional love. It could be vice versa, but the Empress is very caring, very loving, very nurturing. And I feel like there's someone around you who doesn't embrace those qualities, or it could be you need to amp up that energy within yourself. All right, Aquarius, what do we have here for you? What's below you? Queen of Cups in reverse. Queen of Cups in reverse could be that this mother energy here, I'm getting strong for a lot of you. This does have to do with mom, or things that happened maybe in childhood that you're still dealing with. Even if it feels like you and your mom are okay, or if your mom has crossed over, you took a lot of things personally, okay? Or maybe your mother did as well. But when this Queen of Cups shows up, this can be about filling our own cup. And maybe because you didn't receive the emotional love or emotional wealth that's affecting all of your relationships, and you can actually become a people pleaser. It's like you try to give to everyone else what you didn't receive as a child. And this is so interesting that it's coming up around this time, because I'm getting here heightened sensitivity for some of you Aquarians out there. But I also get that you are allowing yourself to have a fresh start, because in the recent past, you have the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is a passionate beginning, one that fuels you. It's based on, spiritual enlightenment. It feels good. This is about you. And I feel like this could be a new beginning that does not have to do with what we're talking about here. This could be any area of your life. But you're overcoming and getting past some of these mental roadblocks that you've been dealing with for quite some time for some of you, and emotional roadblocks as well. And in the recent past, I feel like you've opened up here to a new pathway, to a new perception, or to a new relationship, or to a new level of trust within yourself, Aquarius. And this is quite beautiful to see, because you've come a long way. I get that there could be a piece of jewelry that comes in for you as well, or it did come in. Maybe someone gave you a locket. I'm getting like a heart-shaped locket, and you can actually see it right there as well. But I feel like it could be in the form of a necklace. Maybe it's one of those lockets, the heart lockets that you open up and you can stick a picture in it. Okay. Or maybe it's a mother-daughter bracelet or necklace, something like that. I feel like it's memorable, and it's something maybe you forgot about. Maybe it's something that showed up in your path, or it was gifted to you, or you gifted to someone else. Please take that as it resonates. Now, what's coming above you, Aquarius, is the Strength card. This is about you stepping into your power, feeling empowered with how far you've come with your own strength. Some of you are surprised by being able to set a healthy boundary for yourself and stick to it. I'm getting here, consistency is key. And when you have the Strength card show up, you've been through a lot, right? You've been through a lot, and at times you felt like either you yourself or others have sabotaged relationships that were important to you. Some of you, you let your weaknesses get the best of you. There may have been a lot of shadows that came out from a specific relationship, or many of them. And if you look, this is a family setting here. You see the little cub, and then you see, the lioness, and you see the lion, and above you have the giraffes, which is about rising above all of it here, through the growth, through the stages, through the generations, and finally being able to embrace and step into your power with that sun booming in the background and the plethora of different colors. And the main color you see is red, which is about your root chakra, your stability, your foundation, where you come from. And so a lot of you, there is an infinite symbol above her head there. So I feel like you are finally allowing yourself to tap into the infinite abilities and possibilities, I should say, that are in front of you, because something you felt limited to, there's something you felt trapped in. It could have been trapped in a relationship, trapped in a karmic cycle. Some of you, it does have to do with mother-daughter here, Queen of Cups. And as I said that, they showed me 1111. So I feel like this is definitely a relationship that is being healed or being forgiven, being released. It's a cycle that is not going to replay out because you're breaking some generational stuff here. Now, what do we have coming into the near future? We do have the 10 of Wands. And like I said earlier, I get this feeling, Aquarius, that you may be a healer. You may be a Mr. or Mrs. Fix-It type of energy, where you want to help other people grow. You want to give them the love that maybe you didn't have, or it feels a little bit lacking, and you overcompensate at times. Your generosity may have even led you to troublesome times, right? Of people taking advantage or people having expectations. And I feel like you've learned and you've grown through those struggles and challenges. And now what you're doing is you're bringing in others to kind of lighten that load, to take off some of the burdens, because sometimes the 10 of Wands can be carrying, the weight of the world on your shoulders. And it may have even come in, as physical dis-ease, right? Disease within the body. It can show up as a deep pressure within the neck, within the shoulders, the back area. So I feel like this is the month where it's important for you to let others help you, especially with the Empress showing up as the challenge, because sometimes we have that mentality, we can do everything ourselves, or, we must take care of everyone. We have to make sure that, everyone has a gift under the tree, or everyone is fed. And sometimes we go a million miles a minute, and then we forget to eat. We forget that we have these needs emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually that haven't been met, but we must meet those ourselves. So I feel with this 10 of Wands, this is a big lesson that you are undergoing here. And then they're also showing me pie. Someone could be baking a pie, maybe as you're listening to this, or as maybe you're eating it as you're listening to this. I mean, pie, of course, it's that time of year where a lot of people are making pies. Now, how are you doing? Knight of Wands. This is actually really great because you start off with the Page of Wands and you're making progress here. You're open to change. You're open to taking action where action needs to be taken. So when the Knight of Wands shows up, he's passionate. He's excited. He gets things done quickly. Now, of course, just because you can do it all doesn't mean you should. That's the message. Just because you can do it all doesn't mean you should. I feel December, there's going to be a lot on the calendar here for you with the 10 of Wands. You see the calendar in the background. She's trying to, she's holding up a bunch of wands there. She has her laptop in front of her, her notebook, calendar. There's the clock. There's all of her Post-it notes. So stay organized this month. Schedule appointments that, yes, things that need to get done. Try not to put them on the back burner, the things that you must take care of for you. So for example, it could be, that doctor's appointment, that eye exam, or that, physical, or whatever it may be. Go see your healer or your therapist or your Reiki practitioner. It's important for you to schedule some you time on the calendar as well, because that's part of finding that balance here. And because there's a lot going on, make sure that you are rehydrating and just giving yourself some of that love that you so freely give. Now, what's going on in your energy and your environment? Someone could be moving. Someone could be feeling a little bit left behind. Someone may feel left out of maybe a family function, a gathering. There could be a move where someone is packing up and maybe the house is in shambles, or maybe there's a lot going on where you are contemplating leaving a situation or someone around you has left. But the Eight of Cups, even though you can see here that she's been crying, there's some feelings, there's some emotions, and there's also a little bit of grief because emotion is connected and tied to the Eight of Cups. So there's something that her heart was invested in, but it no longer serves her. She knows that whatever it is that she's heading towards is going to be better. So it could be that someone's not able to show up for the home, or it may be that you are switching directions. You could be doing something new this year. Maybe you feel a little bit left out, but what you're walking towards is your Nine of Cups, your wish fulfillment. So trust that Spirit has big plans for you. And even if there's some sort of delay, or maybe you feel a little bit stuck in your situation, I feel like you're walking right towards your, again, Nine of Cups, your wish fulfillment. But there is a little bit of a grieving process, or a little bit of nostalgia that comes with this as well. But trust that this too is going to pass, and you're going to make and create and build these new memories, these new traditions, and these new emotional experiences that last a lifetime, especially with that safety and security. Now, what's happening in your hopes and fears? The Magician. This is Aquarian energy as well. This is about you being able to use your power for the good. Right? This is about you being able to manifest from a place of heart and soul, not from a place of fear and lower vibrations. And that's such a big difference when it comes to manifesting, because a lot of times when we manifest from a place of fear, or we manifest from a place of, power, greed, envy, jealousy, things of that nature, it's not long-standing. If we manifest a partner out of that energy, it can be a repetitive cycle of the past. It can be, lower vibration, and it's not truly something that you want, but for whatever reason, there could be an unlearned lesson. And so you're realizing this within you now, and you're saying, what can I do to change up the energy within myself to manifest the type of love, the type of relationships, the type of experiences that I want for myself here on out? Because you've been through a lot. You've been through a lot here. And someone has misused their power, and it could be this Empress energy that's crossing your path. It could be someone who feels like they deserve, or they are guaranteed, or you must treat them a certain way for whatever reason, but that's not the case. If someone is disrespecting you, Aquarius, if someone is encroaching into your personal space, or they're just admonishing you, they're rude, they're pushing boundaries, they are giving us negative criticism, or if it's just something that's unhealthy or toxic, you don't have to put up with that. Okay, that's what I feel. You do not have to put up with that. You don't owe it to anyone. And some of you need to hear that. Just because this person is blood, just because this person birthed you, just because this person you've been with for 20 years, just because this is your child, whatever it is here, where someone may be neglecting or being selfish with some sort of needs or desires or wants or whatever it is here, if they're manifesting from a lower vibration, it's not helping either one of you. So trust that you have what it takes to create the life that you want, even if it means you have to leave something or someone behind. The final outcome for you in the month of December, you have the Eight of Swords, but it's showing up in reverse, which I like to see because it means that you're moving towards freedom. You're freeing yourself from replaying that broken record in your mind. And I feel like you've been playing out this pattern, this cycle for a long time. Some of you had to stay in a relationship, or you felt like you had to stay in this relationship again for any of the reasons we just said. But for some of you, maybe it was money. Maybe it was children. Perhaps it was fears of, being alone, fears of the unknown. Whatever it is here, it can keep us in a place of complacement. It can keep us in a place of stagnancy, imprisonment as well. But look at that. Woo, look at this. Actually, look at, there is the necklace around her, and there is a heart locket, and on the bottom of it there's a key. How interesting is that? So it's like you hold the key to unlock this story, right? You hold the energy to choose a different path, or to release a cycle, to release the fears, release the toxicity, whatever it may be for you. But right now you do feel a little bit stuck, a little bit caged, but you're definitely coming out of that, I see. Like I said, the 8 showed up here in reverse, and some of you, yeah, there was a sense of opening your eyes to the truth, and that could be part of this Page of Wands, where you hoped everything would be okay. You may have sugar-coated it. Oh, okay. Some of you may have even had a mom. Now, this is not going to resonate with everyone. Some of you may have had a mother that she put an image into your head of, you know, everything is okay, or she didn't believe you or take your word when you were a child, when something was going on within you or happening in the family or some struggles. It's like there was a belittling energy here, and that really pained you. It really caused you to suffer for quite some time. It doesn't have to be a mother, of course. It could be anyone that, you know, isn't necessarily open to giving you that emotional love that you so much deserve. But I feel like you're realizing that it's your responsibility to heal, even though this person may have, you know, pretended everything was great, right? Pretended, oh, that person would never say that to you, or they would never do that or be mean. You're just, you know, you're little, you don't know any better, or, you know, that's just silly. That's, you know, fantasy. Some of you may have even had some spiritual gifts when you were younger, and they may have said, oh, you're just playing with your imaginary friend, but no, really, it was your spirit guides, right? So I feel like someone may not have believed in you at some point or another in your life, and now you're coming to this realization that you are taking care of yourself. And it's been a long time, but you're freeing yourself from some sort of entrapment or imprisonment here, Aquarius. This is pretty deep. Again, if this isn't your story, check out your other placements as well, your rising, your moon, your Venus, or just check the next one. But this is going to be specific for a few of you. Now let's get a message from the wisdom of the Oracle. Okay, they're giving me the name Shirley. Shirley could be someone's name. Maybe Shirley is your name. It could be mother's name, grandmother as well. All right, whoa. There's the mending landing right on the Empress. Like I said, there's mending, there's healing going on, whether your mother is still here or this energy of, you know, unconditional love. It's opening up to you, and you're realizing that just because someone treated you in a certain way or didn't believe in you, that you can break free from that sort of tradition. You don't have to be that person for your own, you know, family. That you can do things differently. You can break the cycle. Now we have mending showing up here, card 52. That's the card we're going to read because that's what's landing on the challenge. And it looks like almost a mother and a daughter there as well. Quite interesting. Some of you could be 52 years old. Maybe you have a 7. Maybe you're in a 7 personal year or a 7 life path. There's another 7 here with the to the sea. So some of you, this is a very emotional experience, but you're moving towards calmer waters. And then lastly, you have by the book. It's card 11. This was part of your divine path. I believe that we choose prior to incarnating into this lifetime, our family, whether blood or, you know, friendships, we choose these partnerships to grow, to evolve, to experience, to, you know, learn, to teach. We go through many different relationships in our lives, and you're seeing this relationship as a big learning curve for you, even if it's taken a long time. All right, card 52 and 11 here and 7. Let's take a look. Card 52. Now, this one is all about forgiveness, and I thought we said that here in the beginning, maybe not, but forgiveness could be part of this Eight of Swords, letting go of that old mental story. It's about making amends, healing after arguments. Okay, if there is or was an argument that you were going through with a family member, I feel like whether you connect with them in person or not, the air needs to be cleared in some way, shape, or form, because you've come to a place, Aquarius, where forgiveness is necessary if you are to move forward. Separate or together, you and the other person are still experiencing the effects of a hurt that is impacting everything you do, even if you're not aware of it. The energy needs to clear. What must you do to bridge this gap? Closing your heart is not the answer. So if this has nothing to do with your mom, this has everything to do with the heart, right? Because she is the heart. She's the mother. She's the receptive. She's the unconditional love, right? But there's something here that's very conditional or blocked or closed off that it's time to address. It says the energy needs to be clear. We literally just said that. What must you do to bridge this gap? Closing your heart isn't the answer. You have the power to heal this wound. Ask yourself, what would love do? Only good will come of forgiveness and an honest redress. Because some of you may even be going through heartbreak or heartache, and that is a strange healer of our souls. When we go through a personal, heartbreak, it really does heal on deep levels. It opens our heart up to levels that we didn't even realize we'd been missing out on, right? Our grief, it strips away our masks and it loosens our tight hold on our separateness. Instead of viewing ourselves as I and the world as it, loss allows us to see ourselves as part of the larger scheme. I'm getting here grief support group. For those of you that have lost someone in your life, whether physically or emotionally, I get that there is support here with the strength card. So it could be reaching out to, a group in person, counseling, therapy, other friendships as well. And it says here, opening us up to sympathy, empathy, and dependence on others in the moments when we can't hold ourselves together. It leads us to become one with the greater whole again. Pain and suffering is a part of life, and none of us will be immune to it. Can you view this loss, pain, dissonance as a way back to source? Let your sorrow break your heart wide open. You will never, ever be left behind because you're loved, Aquarius, now more than ever by Spirit, who doesn't want you to feel alone. And one day you'll look back and you'll know this as your truth. Yeah, because you're not alone. And we see here, there is some sadness. There is some dissonance or just feeling a little bit of grief, as we talked about, as we mentioned. And we're going to read the by the book card as well in the reverse, because I feel like there's something here about breaking against tradition. It's about healing the ancestral, maybe wounding or the patterns of the past. And that's part of your destiny, part of your soul's path. Now is the time for a real change in consciousness, Aquarius. As you are incited to revolt, challenge the structures that are limiting your progress. It is not enough to rebel in small ways. This is a call to revolution. Focus on what you really want to achieve, regardless of whether it feels so far outside the box that the established order, whether that's family, whether it's society, friends, whoever, whether they may reject it or not. It may be time for you to say no to someone or to the way of your group. Take a stand, make real changes. It could be that the structure of your inner world is alerting you to the need for a complete overhaul. This is a time for transformation. So let go of the fear of change. Your intuition will lead you through the darkness. There is no turning back now, and trust that light will dawn. Epiphanies will surely lead to miracles. Beautiful. Yeah, because there's some healing going on. There's some mending. This is happening all across the board for many different signs at this time, where we are breaking karmic cycles. We are breaking patterns, habits, addictions, anything that keeps us in that stage of, imprisonment, or keeps us feeling like we're a hostage, when in reality you are in control of what's going on around you. And even though there's something that's held you back, there was teachable moments within that, and you're healing whatever that is here. You're moving forward, but you're doing it in a very transformative way. Like it says, a call to revolt, a call for revolution here. All right. Now, last but not least, we're going to get a message from the crystal spirits. So if you can, I just ask Aquarius, please close your eyes. Take a nice deep breath in from the solar plexus chakra, the belly area. And tune into that third eye center, the area between your eyebrows and your forehead region. And I want you to imagine the first crystal or crystals that show up in your mind's eye. Maybe your crystal is sparkling, bright. Perhaps it's a duller color. Maybe it's a crystal you're familiar with or not. Maybe you know the name of the crystal. Maybe you're seeing a color or a specific shape. Perhaps it's an energetic feeling or vibration that is emanating from your crystal. There is no right or wrong answer, Aquarius. And if you need a moment, just pause the video and come back when you are ready. And for those of you that would like to be entered into the free reading giveaway, all you need to do is drop your crystal or crystals in the comment section below the video, and I personally will enter you into that free reading giveaway where I draw one lucky winner around the first of each month and post right back here on the channel. So please make sure you've hit that subscribe and bell button so you don't miss that notification. Now this actually aligns beautifully with what you have going on here. It is hematite or hematite. It is a very grounding energy here. It's a dark black color. It's card 26. Some of you may be born on the 26th, but also 2 and 6 equal 8. And that's what's coming in for you, is that strength energy. All right, hematite is very grounding. It can help us connect to our, reality. It can bring us back to earth. It is a very practical and centered stone, and it also brings about balance and calmness. And your message is this: love is a verb expressed through loving actions. Hematite spirit is calling you to take loving actions today towards someone whom perhaps you have been taking for granted, or maybe they've been taking you for granted as well, vice versa. It's much too easy to forget people's wonderful qualities and all they give us, for our brains are designed to pay more attention to problems and dangers. Make a point today of expressing love and appreciation to others, from making love to your romantic partner to offering a thank you to a neighbor or doing something special for a friend. Say, I'm so glad you are in my life, because relationships are the foundation that support you in turbulent times. So nourish them today. Yeah, so I am getting here relationships coming in at this time to help you with this 8 of Cups. Because even though it may feel like you can do it all on your own, or again, maybe you have taken people for granted, or maybe there's help available, but we shut our hearts out to it here with the Empress. This is the month where you, in a way, kind of get out of your own way or get out of your head and into that flow of gratitude, the best that you can. This is about, our earthly journey. And as we evolve, we release what no longer is true for us, and we receive and integrate new information, thus becoming enlightened. Yeah. And that's what you have been. You've been going through this transformation. You have become not just enlightened, but you've been growing on an emotional level as well, emotional maturity. And a lot of you are healers. You are healers, and you've come from a very complex background. Therefore, that can increase the experience for the healer as well. Hematite is a stone that helps us take these new ways of thinking and being and ground them in our daily reality, bringing light to our lives and to those around us. So how interesting that this is a dark stone, but this can help you during your darkest days. And look at this, you actually have, in the background of the 8 of Swords, it's all dark. So for those of you that want a little bit more enlightenment, for those of you that really want to focus on feeling empowered, enlightened, to embrace this strength and bring about your dreams to reality, which means supportive people, soul tribe, soulmate, strengthening of relationships, you can really work with hematite to help you do this. That is what I have for you, Aquarius. I hope it resonates. If so, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. It certainly helps get the divine channeled messages out there to those that need it most, and it certainly helps the growth of the channel, which I greatly appreciate. I would love to see you drop your crystals in the comment section below. I will enter you into that free reading giveaway, and be sure to hit that subscribe bell, like, comment, share. It all helps. Thank you so much, Aquarius, for tuning in today. Lots of love.